looking for a nice grassy spot where I can sit and be really comfortable. It's chilly this morning and I have to go and find more fire starter, and we're having the wood stove on in the mornings, and yes, we do have some wood left over, but I need the fire starter, so I look to see if I can find sticks and things like that. And of course I show that in a lot of my videos. I want to say thank you today to all of you who have been supporting me in my bringing back my heart to hearts. I was really nervous. It's so funny for me to say I was nervous about my heart to hearts because that is how my channel started. I started back in December of 2016, and basically it was heart to hearts, and they were usually about 5 to 10 minutes long. I would share with you all kinds of stories, all kinds of analogies of my life, and all kinds of lessons I'm learning. And well, after so many years of sharing that, I thought maybe people got tired of my heart to hearts. So for the last 6 months, I really didn't do any of that. And then I felt like 7 days a week, having a video out every single day and having it, all this action, all of these things, it's very tiresome. And with the suggestion of my husband, he said, Tessie, ach der Liebe, now why don't you just bring back your hearts to hearts? And so I did. The first one was a little bit of a nail biter because I was talking to everybody about not giving up and giving in, and talking about things in my own life where I was really, really hard on myself. And then I'm going into talking about all kinds of things. As you can see, there's a lot of work still going on in the homestead. Will you have enough of room there?
What about in here? Is it stuff planted this whole thing here? What about up in there?
Nope.
It'll go all up in there.
That's where my polytunnels are going, which would be nice to have it in there. That would be great to have in there because I'm going to put my green beans there.
What, that whole area?
Where you can see there where there's nothing there. If I have something planted, there's a stake and a string. That's a little bit off the camera activity, but yet the camera's running, right? Oh, we need to mow our grass too. It's so long, but it's so wet. And the wood stove is still going, as you can see. I think you can see. So what he's doing now is he's edging because he wants to do his own mulching, which he did last year too. So I just was so nervous about all of it, and I was like, you know what? The people who are watching my videos these days are people who watch my videos these days, and I'm not getting many new people watching, and that's okay because it's kind of ebbs and flows, and right now it's just that small little community that I have that is my endearing fans, endearing friends that have been with me for a very long time, and I can share my heart. I've always been an open book, and I always loved to talk. I never run out of things to talk about, but I thought people maybe wouldn't like hearing what I have to talk about anymore. And to be honest with you, I just thought that people probably would rather me do things. And I think there's a happy medium there. Of course, if 7 days a week I was just sitting like this talking, probably wouldn't be very entertaining. But to have some days where I'm talking and then some days where I'm doing things, and well, it all just is my life. It's been very, very busy around here, and I am glad things are finally starting to settle down. And it gives me a couple months, well, a couple weeks, about 2 months before our daughter has her baby, which will be very busy because I'll be in the hospital. So it's kind of nice to have that little bit of break from the work. And he's trying to get the mulch and edging done before the first week of June. I think we both learned that if we just do a little bit each day, it's so much easier instead of trying to get things done quickly. And you know, at the end of the day, you're surprised at what you can accomplish, and it feels good. but it's still very tiring. I think that 56. I'm 56 now, and I'm really starting to feel it. I know. You guys are sitting on the other side of the camera going like, you're young. You wait till you're 66 and 76. The Gathering Basket homestead is amazing because Stephanie and Danielle are what I would call vital age women. That means they're just older. Lydia Sherman, I watch her too. She is the Homemakers Radio. She calls them vital. She doesn't like to say elderly or older. She just calls them vital. But I'm just amazed how much they can do, Danielle and Stephanie, and they have really been giving me a lot of inspiration because there are days when I am really tired. Ever since I hurt my back a few weeks ago, it's kind of hard to get myself back in motivation, even though I am constantly busy. But it's just not quite the same. I took it for granted to be able to do anything and everything I wanted to and not have any physical pain. So anyhow, I'm really excited about everything. I am, about just this summer and what that means and growing things. I'm looking right now on the other side of the camera. My grapes are all starting to bud, and I fed the blackberries and they look a lot better. And the chickens are having fun, and it's just a wonderful time of the year, springtime. A little bit of this and that's happening. The mailman I see is going up the road, and I have a neighbor who's a little frustrated right now. He seems to be trying to do something and he's not happy with how it's going. So I live in a neighborhood where a majority of the people are older than me. There is one young family down the road, and then there's a young family that moved in up above me, and they watch my videos before they even moved here. So that's kind of interesting, you know. It's a little bit something to get used to. But everybody else is older than me, and they're not outside very much. So I kind of have the whole Dew Avenue to myself. Dew Valley, that's what it is. Let me tell you, I'm in this little valley, and it's nice to be able not to have the wind howl, because the mountains or the hills, whatever you want to call it, is above us and it kind of goes over us. But it is really interesting because the sun sets here about an hour before it sets our daughter, which is only a half a mile away. Not even that, a couple blocks away. So it gets darker here really quick, and it gets colder. It's colder up here. But you're gonna see a lot of the same things. I'm not going away near as much, so I'm not going to be having a whole lot of hauls and that kind of thing. I do go to the grocery store. We are really working on our budget, seeing if we can get below the $800 a month for the month of May, June, and July, and August, so we can put a lot more money into our savings account. So that's going to be interesting. In the summertime, I think we can easily do that, because in the summertime things aren't quite as expensive, in my opinion. But we don't go away very much, and so we're spending less than $100 a month on gasoline. Now he has to mow, which is mowing, but as you can see, this acreage in the front, it's pretty much in garden. It's kind of hard to show on video because it's not quite the same. So the garden is big, but it doesn't look as big on video. So it's kind of distorted view, even though you get to see everything. It's just kind of like a snapshot of everything. So we have grass the whole way around here, but it's not that much. Now, if this was all grass like when we first moved here, that would be a lot of mowing. But the garden is growing, and I'm going to be showing you a lot of gardening videos. Now, I know that's not a big interest, which really surprised me. It's just not. Actually, nothing's really a big interest unless it's doom and gloom or some kind of drama or trauma. But everyday homesteading is not quite, that's just not what the strangers on YouTube are interested in. I should say it that way. Or YouTube wants to share to strangers. Now, I love you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing videos. I'll tell you that right now. I just wouldn't be doing videos because it's just, you guys are my friends. And I need you guys. You're my friends. You know, I talk to you guys every day. And so without you, my viewers that view me on a weekly basis, you know, it wouldn't be no connections there. But you share your life with me and I share my life with you. And I just really thank you guys for the bottom of my heart for enjoying my heart to hearts, because it does give me a little chance of making a video without the physical work that is involved in that. And it's just really nice to just sit down and talk to all of you and share with you my thoughts and what's going on. And I think that's what brings intimacy in a relationship. And I mean, I do have a relationship with all of you because you watch me every single day. There's been countless times where I was somewhere and somebody walked up to me and said, "Tessie!" And I'm like, "Hi, who are you?" And they'll say their name and I'll be like, "Who are you?" And then they'll say their screen name and I'll be like, "Yeah, I know you. Yeah." Because I only know you guys, most of you, from your screen names. And so I really am getting people like in this area that finding my videos somehow, and they're, you know, introducing themselves, and I'm like, oh wow, okay. And I get kind of nervous acting, and I kind of forget that I'm on the camera and like there's thousands of eyeballs looking at me. I kind of forget that now. When I first started my channel, it was really interesting. You should go back, really you should. I would say, "Hi, I'm Homestead Tessie," because I was so afraid of what people, I was afraid of the camera. Now the camera's my best friend. Well, my husband's my best friend, and my children are my best friend, and my grandchildren are my best friend, and you guys are my best friends, but my camera's my friend too, because it goes everywhere I go. And why not share parts of your life where you're kind of sad or things aren't going perfectly, because YouTube likes to promote a perfect world. And life isn't always perfect. There's mail trucks that come when you're middle of saying something very heartfelt. There's airplanes that fly in the sky when you really want to get a point across to your viewers, something important you want them to hear. And there's husbands that are constantly coming into the video frame doing their work. This is the days of Tessie's life. Well, I keep looking around because I'm not getting my chores done. And I gotta get some of this because I gotta get that wood fire started again. And it's actually pretty cold out here. So thank you guys again for watching, and thank you guys again for everything, for all the ways you support me, watching my videos, enjoying the ads, and everything else that you do for me, even outside of YouTube. You know, sometimes I'll get a package in the mail and it'll be a pretty card, a pretty letter, something for my garden, something for the chickens, and just a kind word and a comment. When I felt really alone, I felt like life isn't worth doing this. And it means the world to me. Take care, everyone. And we'll see you guys in the next one.